Good morning, everyone. So, just gonna get started. Nobody's in the nobody's in the voice channel yet, so whoops, I did not mean to skip that, but whatever.
Die, monster! You don't belong in this world!
It was not by my hand that I'm once again given flesh. I was called here by humans who wish to pay me tribute.
Tribute? You steal men's souls and make them your slaves!
Perhaps the same could be said of all religions.
Your words are as empty as your soul. Mankind ill needs a savior such as you.
What is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets. But enough talk. Have at you! No, this cannot be!
So that's how you cheese that. Are these levels good, by the way? Voice versus game volume. Alright, I just turned my mic gain all the way up. Hopefully that should, ooh, that is peaking. Oh shoot, I forgot. Wow, I'm silly. Okay, yeah, you know what, we're gonna start this over. Call that a false start. Whoops. I only just had my coffee, so I'm out of it. Lower the game just a touch, you got it. Whoops. There we go. Nah, I'm garbage at building hype. Okay, let's try this again. I don't know why I'm even putting a name in here. It doesn't really matter. Since I'm gonna be playing this all the way through. I might be going back and playing through Richter mode if I finish all 3 Castlevania games I have lined up before the full 24 hours pass. I'm going to be playing through this, Order of Ecclesia, and Aria of Sorrow. If I go through that, Julius mode in Aria of Sorrow, and Richter mode in this, and still, like, there's time left, I'll probably do Simon's Quest, but I'm going to have to make arrangements to get that to happen, so look at that beautiful textureless castle. Well, either way, I'm not great at these games. I'm okay. So 3 games should last us the full 24 hours, even with the extra modes. Okay, let's try this again. Whoops. Whoops. Again, I'm not great at this game. I'm passable. Definitely not gonna get the time bonus here, either way. Okay, perfect. Yeah, Dawn of Sorrow is real good, especially Julius mode in that, because you can play as Alucard in it. But the thing is, that requires like a lot of touchscreen input, and I just can't do that on my computer. Anyway, that's how you cheese that. I mean, I would play these games on the original consoles, but like I don't have a capture card, and it's kind of hard to capture DS games, so I'm just playing through the ones that like I've I've already bought and played through that don't require extensive touchscreen input. Like, I would do Dawn of Sorrow, in Julius mode at least, because, like, they get rid of all the touchscreen stuff. But, like, that requires a clear file that I don't have. So anyway, this is a charity stream. I'm going for 24 hours to benefit Trans Lifeline. You will find a donation link in the bottom of the Twitch page. Or if you're watching via Ty Tuesday's stream, I know that he said that he would be hosting it. Then you'll see a link in the... I believe I put it in the top right of the streaming video. It just links to the You Caring page that I set up with Trans Lifeline. A nice benefit of actually being friends with the people that run it is that I'm able to set up a separate donation site via You Caring and have it go straight to them. Like, I don't even... Well, I see the money, but, like, I don't touch it. Which is to say, like, you know, I can track who donates and how much, and donation messages and whatnot. But... like, I don't touch any of that money. That just goes straight to them. Or if you want, I did set up a another link in the bottom so that you can donate directly to Trans Lifeline via their webpage. I know that, like, you know, it can seem a little bit sketchy donating to, like, just a random You Caring page. Just, you know, taking my word for it. And I did set up a little... Google form that you can fill out to have your donation read on stream, and I'm going to be quiet for this.
What is your business here?
I've come to put an end to this.
Still befriending mortals. I'll not ask you to return to our side, but I demand you cease your attack.
I will not.
You shall regret those words. We will meet again.
Well, thank you. The both of you. I did set up a Discord server to have people join in for co-commentary if they so desire. Since I am going to be up for a full 24 hours, you know, having people to keep me awake is much appreciated. Especially since I'm normally a very sleepy lady, as really any of my partners can attest to. Alright, yeah, here's the thing that I should do. I should change my keybinds. Here we go. That's better. Alright. Anyway, if you want to join in for co-commentary, you'll find the link to the Discord server at the bottom of my stream page. I didn't put it in the actual stream video because I didn't really have room for it. And also, like, you know, why bother putting that up since this is going to be archived anyway? And, like, I don't know, maybe people will be linked to that Discord server when I put this up on YouTube in 24 full parts. Okay, let's try killing these assholes. I'm probably not going to be able to do it, but I mean, it's worth a shot. Yeah, I didn't think so. I will save the agony of having to go through that very, very long game over screen. Good morning, Ellie. I'm not sure if I should be pronouncing that Elise. Elise. I don't know. So I'm just going with Ellie. Gonna wait to equip that. Just because I know there's a leather shield in here somewhere and I want to go into the menu as little as possible. Yep, great. Yeah, I'm so good at this game. Shit. Okay. Alright. Now the real game starts. Since I can shield dash. Oh, thank you for the host. Yeah, that's a very real struggle, Rachel. I'll get back up there later. And thank you for the host. Okay, yeah, it's just where I came from. Pardon me. I'm not going to be terribly talkative if there's nobody in the Discord server with me, just because I'm trying to, like, save my stamina. Since, again, I'm going to be going for a full 24 hours, and normally I'm only awake for, like, 14 hours of any given day. Oh, yes, pizza. Yeah, having cheese go bad for homemade pizza is no fun. Great. This is the thing I've noticed about this game is that, like, a lot of people don't really utilize the shield to its full effect. Which, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but, like, I don't know, you're just making the game a little bit harder for yourself. This is on PS3. I'm not playing it on PS3 at the moment. I'm playing it on an emulator because I don't have a capture card. But you can buy this on the PlayStation Network for PlayStation 3, PlayStation Portable, and PS Vita. I think by extension PS TV too. I think it's only like $10 or something. It's well worth it. Oh, right. I need the Jewel of Open to get through there. If you want to join in, just say something in the Discord channel, because I have like a million windows up right now, and I've only got one monitor because reasons that I'm not going to go into. I don't think this is on the Wii U Virtual Console, Felipe. Pretty sure it's just on the PS3, Xbox 360, and obviously the original systems that it was on. I think it was PlayStation 1 and Sega Saturn. I'm kind of surprised this boss isn't doing any of its more, like, powerful attacks. But I say that and then proceed to get hit. But the other games that I'm playing, Order of Ecclesia, that's only available on DS, and Aria of Sorrow is on the Wii U Virtual Console. Thank you, Ellie. Wow, I am really not doing too hot here. Shoot. Woof. There we go. Yeah, it's not really a very well-kept secret that I myself am transgender. Like, you know, I don't go out advertising it or anything, but if somebody asks, I'll be like, yeah, you know, I'm trans. Plus, like, you know, the people that run it are friends of mine, and, like, you know, I've had to utilize their service before, and, like, I can confirm that they do really good work. And they're, like, struggling a lot right now, getting a lot of calls due to the recent political atmosphere. I'm just going to leave it at that, because, like, it's not just limited to the United States. A lot of countries are seeing the rise of, like, very far-right politics and a lot of stuff that, like, polices being transgender. But just because it is indeed dark times doesn't mean that there's nothing that can be done about it. Hence, me doing this stream. And, you know, this is just a start. I'm probably going to be doing more of these over the course of time. Like, not only for for charities, but also for, like, my own medical expenses, because whoo buddy, have I got a lot of those. Yeah, 2016 was well, still is We still got 30 days of it left. Something like that. It has been a ride, to say the least. While we're on this elevator, let's refresh donations real quick. Whoop. Oh, hey, we've got a donation, $20 from Anonymous, but the donation note says, hey there, name's Rachel, pre-transition trans gal. Love this game from my teens onward. Wish the fight was as easy as kicking the crud out of your asshole dad in this haunted castle is to me these days. Did I read that right? Oh yeah, I did read that right. It's not much, but for a good cause, have some dosh. And every little bit helps. So thank you, Rachel. And that is all we've got for donations right now. At least on the You Caring page. Let's see if we got any on the Google. Nope. That's Bamboo. You can help keep me up if you can't donate. Like, especially later on in the night, since, again, I am going to be streaming this for a full 24 hours, and I normally sleep a good deal. Also, yes, congratulations on starting HRT. It's definitely, not every trans person goes on HRT, but for a lot of people, it's a really big step. I think a couple of people started HRT around last week, maybe a week or two ago. I know a friend of mine started fairly recently. I'm not going to name names because, you know, I don't want to out people if they don't want to be outed or whatever. You don't got to make an executive call. Do you want to join in now? I can pop you in the channel. You just have to enter into the waiting room. Or you know what? I'm just gonna do this. I am going to add you to the roles that can just pop in and out of the Discord chat whenever you want to. So now you can join the voice channel that I'm in. If you so desire. Getting turned around here already. Yeah, no pressure, that's Bamboo. Literally anytime. Or not at all if you don't feel like it, that's fine too. Let's see if I remember how to... Yep, there we go. Not gonna pick up that sub-weapon. That sub-weapon is total garbage. I'll show it off at some point, I'm sure, but not right now. Okay, the salt. That's a decent sub-weapon. We'll stick with that. Case in point. I don't think there's anything special up here, but might as well check anyway. Yep, nothing special. That's right, that's Bamboo. Twitch chat can indeed provide unlimited salt. Same deal with the SA forums. I did post on the streaming thread there, even though I'm not really active on there too much anymore. Sodium deficiency is lethal, yes. You need sodium for your brain to work. And really, any of your muscles, really any of your nerves. Okay, I think there's an artifact in this area that, like, tells you how much damage you're doing. Somewhere around here. I forget where it is, because I haven't played this game in, well, not that long, but still a while. Long enough to not remember some key things. Not that, like, it really matters if I know how much damage I'm doing, because, you know, what difference is that gonna make? I already, like, I'm familiar enough with this game that I know what weapons are better than others. Oh, well, there it is anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm definitely not gonna be getting all the artifacts, because I don't remember where they all are. Right, okay. Hello, Terminus Type R, and yes, a lot of the enemies' walk cycles are very creepy in this game. I assume you're talking about the puppets. I forget what they're actually officially called. We'll find out at some point, because, like, there's an artifact that tells you the names of the enemies as you're hitting them. Not much point to it, but, you know, it's there if you want it. Whoa, holy moly, I am hurting. Let's see some of that wall turkey. Oh, thank you, Ellie. I did used to do radio, so, I don't know, I've gotten kind of used to talking for long periods of time and sort of ad-libbing as I go. Alright, I think this area I'm not supposed to be in yet, because I'm getting hit for lots of damage. I don't know why I'm not... Well, probably because, like, the sound effect is annoying that I'm not doing this constantly. Oh yeah, I got that pot roast from a wall. I think that one... I'm pretty sure that one came from, like, a rock or something. One of them came from, like, a pile of bricks, and another came from a rock. I'd trust that for dinner. Forgetting my own advice about the damn shield. I'm honestly amazed that there are people that don't like this game because it doesn't have the clunky whip controls and like the clunky jumping from the original Castlevania. I mean, the original Castlevania is good, but like this is a wholly different experience, and like it's kind of like comparing I would say apples to oranges, but I guess it's more like, I don't know, what's another like fruit that you can just sort of bite it? Apples to pears, maybe. It's not that people, like, dislike Symphony of the Night, it's just that a lot of people, or at least some people, like the original Castlevania a lot better. And that's fine, like, you know, I'm not gonna knock personal taste, but here's a cutscene. And I'm gonna be quiet for a second.
Wait a moment. You seem human, and yet, what do you here?
I've come to destroy this castle.
Then we have the same purpose. I'll trust you for now. I'm Maria. Who are you?
Alucard.
Not the talkative type, I can see. Well, perhaps we'll meet again. If you live that long. Farewell.
What do you hear? I don't know, what do I hear? I do raising money for Trans Lifeline. Again, you will find a link in the bottom of the Twitch page. If you're watching on my channel, that is. If Ty Tuesday is hosting me, I'm not sure if he is yet or not. I don't know. I know he said that he would. Obviously, you won't find it at the bottom of his page if you're on his. Or anyone else's, for that matter. Yes, Castlevania does indeed specialize in highly pretty boys. In fact, the name of this fundraiser is based on it's based on I guess a fan fiction sort of retelling of Symphony of the Night. It reads more like a short story, I guess. Not that fan fictions are... Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself here. The point is, it retells Castlevania Symphony of the Night from the perspective of, hey, what if Alucard was a trans girl? And it's actually a pretty good short story. It is sort of slash fic, yes. I'll probably have someone read it for me at some point during the stream, if I can convince someone to, that is, since I don't have anyone here with me. I'm playing through all of this by myself. I'm reading donations, like, as I play. I feel like this is the wrong way, but I could be wrong about that. Let's see what's up top first. I think worst case scenario, I'm just locked out of something. Can I do Soul Steal yet? Nope, doesn't look like it. If I'm getting the button combination right, I don't remember. Yep, I need an item to get through there that I don't have yet. You can do spells from the start, and I have been doing them. I just don't know that I have enough MP to do Soul Steal. Like, I forget what spell this one is called, but nope, that's not it. Wow, I can't remember this. There we go. Like, that spell takes up, like, half my MP bar, so... And I've been doing them, like, you know, I did this one earlier. I don't know why I'm not doing these more often, because they can be really useful when it's hard to hit a target. And they make some enemies, like, a total joke. Not that that enemy isn't a joke anyway. Thank you. I think that's Kelsevi. I'm not sure if that's a capital I or an L. But either way, any publicity I can get on this stream is super helpful, since you know, it is for charity. That would be absolutely fine, that's Bamboo. I would be pleased to get any company that I can. Yeah, the spells are super OP. While we're here, let's refresh this donation page. Oh, Anonymous donated $15 10 minutes ago. Thank you very much. And let's refresh the Google page, see if anyone donated on the page directly for it. Nope, not yet. So the reason why I'm doing the games in the order that I'm doing them is because Aria of Sorrow is real grindy, and that's just not that interesting to look at. So I'm saving that one for last. Just because, like, you know, I don't want to spend a full 24 hours grinding for, like, 3 souls or whatever. And lose out on other games like Order of Ecclesia, which honestly I think is a much better game than Aria of Sorrow. But again, that's just, like, you know, a matter of opinion. A word. Okay, yeah, I do know you. I'm guessing you're here because I finally remembered to actually post this on Tumblr this morning. I did see that you liked that that post that I made about it. Where the hell am I? There I am. I think there's a secret here too, if I'm not mistaken. Just gonna duck like some kind of goofball in this corner for like a good minute or two. Mm-hmm. I know there is a secret around here where you have to duck for some ridiculous amount of time. This might not be it. Or maybe too far. Yeah, let's check. Why not? Okay, yeah, this is definitely the one. Well, while we're crouching down, might as well refresh the donation page again. There we go. Okay. Now we have some hella OP armor. As well as a hella OP weapon. Mist could pass. If it's studied. I make no apologies for stealing that joke. I'm also not going to be doing the infinite money glitch because, like, I want to play this game legit, and also I'm not very good at doing it. I've never been able to consistently pull it off. Yeah, Terminus. I think that's because he's a vampire. Because I know in well, there's another Castlevania game where you play as a vampire and the character leaves after images. I'm not gonna spoil it in case like for some reason people don't know what I'm talking about. And we're gonna equip this garbage sword for this fight. Who's this asshole? Who's this handsome boy fighting me? And we're going back to the Jewel Knuckles because they're hella OP. Asshole. Okay, well, I need to equip the red rust already. And there we go, that boss is a joke now. You say that, Ellie, but like, there, in regular mode, you can literally do a Shoryuken. I mean, obviously they don't call it the Shoryuken because that's Capcom and not Konami, but you know. That's a PS1 gradient that you're seeing. Not a PS2 gradient. Again, I've got like a million windows up, so it takes me a minute to see things. We're not even gonna bother equipping that. It's not worth it. I don't know if the Jewel Knuckle has moves. I don't know any of the moves for any of the weapons in this game. Like, it might. I don't know. There's something that I'm missing here, actually. There's a thing that I can get. These assholes from Rondo of Blood. It's going well. Let's see. Who is in the channel with me?
So this is That's Bamboo, or you can call me Alicia.
So it is. Oh, hey, yeah. We were on a dev team for a little bit together, I think.
It's true, we were. I'm assuming it's cool to use your name on here?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool, yeah. Me and Diane are acquaintances. And I'm here to hang out.
Radical, thanks for joining. Yeah, we worked on, I say that kind of generously because, like, I was in a total rut when I worked on this game. We worked on a game, together called Kin, to be released. I think Emily is going to be joining us, later today at some point. Maybe not, because I know she's got D&D.
D&D is very important.
D&D is indeed very important.
Yeah, so it looks like you're pretty good at this game.
I've only played it a lot. Like, I'm decent enough at it. I'm nowhere near like speedrun good. Like, I've just played through like enough Igavanias that I'm familiar enough to like hold my own and not die repeatedly to the same bosses.
Now I know that you're hardcore because you just said Castlevania and not Castlevania. Hi.
Hey, what's up?
Hello. Well, I mean, it is well, I am here way early. I don't need to be here right now. I mean, they're very distinctly different things. Like, yeah, Igavanias do follow the whole Metroidvania formula of like going around collecting stuff and backtracking or whatever, but like the gameplay is real different for Igavanias versus Metroidvanias.
So I am ashamed to say that I have both never heard the term Egovania and have not played this game before.
Oh yeah, it just refers to the creator, not the creator of the series. That's somebody else. The guy who directed this game, Koji Igarashi.
He has his sweet path on the thing. Which is like in real life, that's like he like does interviews with the interviews and stuff. I believe that he actually liked he actually had a path on his whip.
What? That's so cool.
I'm gonna turn the game volume down on my end just a little bit so I can hear the chat a little bit better. There we go. Nope, and oh, let's get my windows all set. There we go.
Nice. So I may not have played this game, but I do know that it's like the peak of Castlevania.
Yeah, it's largely considered to be the best Castlevania. Not everyone agrees on that. I personally like Order of Ecclesia a little bit better, but like this game is still real good. And obviously, like, you know, I've played it enough to know a lot of the secrets in it, so, you know, if I like it enough to do a bunch of different playthroughs and like no secrets, then I think that speaks to how much I like this game. Yes, Order of Ecclesia is indeed the only Castlevania with a female protagonist. I just like Order of Ecclesia a little bit more than a lot of the others because the combat system is a little bit more fluid, and I'm gonna mix my volume just a little bit more. I don't need the game volume all that high. There we go.
I'm not terribly. I never owned a like a Nintendo system to PlayStation. When it released, so I'm not really Castlevania games. I have a lot of respect for the series, and I actually do love Super Night. It was quite impressive that a game is 1999.
Sorry, could you say that last sentence again? My hearing is not too great.
But it's a game from like 99 or something.
Yeah, I think that was Rondo of Blood. I know that was released in the EU, but not in the States. I may be mistaken though, because like I'm not as big of a fan of this series as like one would be led to believe. And yes, Proto 4 or Proto IV, I'm not sure which is the correct pronunciation of your name. There is another game. There's another Castlevania game with a female protagonist that you've reminded me of. I believe you can play as a female protagonist and a male protagonist alternating in Portrait of Ruin, but I've never played that one. You can also play as Yoko from Aria of Sorrow in Dawn of Sorrow in Julius mode, but like that's an extra game mode. I don't think Circle of the Moon or Harmony of Dissonance or Harmony of... I forget if it was Harmony of Dissonance or Harmony of Despair. One of them's like a spin-off title. Well, either way, I don't think in either of those you play as a female protagonist, but I haven't really played those, so I can't say for certain. I could be wrong.
So in the later Castlevania games, at least in the ones that I've played, a major mechanic is when you kill an enemy, you sort of absorb their souls and get their abilities.
Yes.
Is that in this game?
It is not in this game. That started with Aria of Sorrow. It works sort of like it does in a fighting game. You input button combinations and it does a spell.
Yeah, it's just like fighting games. It's just it's fairly literal because you have to do like quarter circle or half circles, like with specific buttons kind of thing.
Yeah, I believe.
Like if you're playing it on at least PS1, if you're playing on D-pad based, it didn't really work that well.
Yeah, not terribly well. I mean, the first time I played this, I played through it on PSP, so like I was dealing with like a lack of buttons and like a not so amazing D-pad. Like it was an okay D-pad, but like not great.
I just have to say, this guy's chair is super precarious.
Yeah.
It's this toilet, I think.
Yeah, because like there's this. Well, I mean that little passage, that like paper thin passage, does get used much later, but like, yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Oh, got someone knocking on my door.
Hey, love, is this your phone?
Yes, it is.
Okay, it was upstairs.
Thank you.
Sorry about that.
Oh, whoops! I left my phone upstairs. Didn't mean to do that. I'm gonna need that later for when I order food. Yeah, I'm gonna need that. Where the hell was I going? Alright, I can't go up. Well, I mean, I can go up there, but like, I'm not going to go up there yet because that requires some fuckery with like real weird button combinations and whatnot, and I'm not about to do that. I'm a wolf now.
Yo, that's super cool.
Oof. Oh, I had a little heart attack there. My game paused for a second. Wasn't sure if something crashed.
Yeah, you have like, what is it, 3 or 4 forms?
Yeah, you've got wolf, bat, mist, and something else. But either way, there's a glitch with wolf where if you run and you press, I think, the jump button and like the back button on the same frame, you jump way higher than you're supposed to. Have I been out?
Also for speedrunning also.
Yeah, there are a lot of sequence breaks in this game. Let's... Yeah, okay. Not that, the spell will do anything because I'm wearing knuckles, but just wanted to get that in my memory.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with Terminus here. It's kind of a creepy looking wolf.
Yeah, it's a little bit creepy. Like, what's going on with this tail here? It's got, like, rings in its tail. And...
Am I mistaken, or does it have a sword on it, too?
No, you're not mistaken. That's a sword. Also, there's a bark button.
It looks like a saddle or something.
Yeah, right? I think that's, like, just to keep the sword on. Like, a sheath or a scabbard or something. I don't know. But it looks weird and wrong. Okay, where can I go?
So, what are these, like, shrines to CDs here?
Shrines to... Oh, right. I just completely forget about these. These are just loading screens.
Gotcha.
Back in the days when PS1, when they were actually loading zones, it was loading up into the disc.
Yeah. Yeah, if you play this on the original PS1, like, those rooms do take a little bit longer than a lot of the other rooms because they're loading.
I just really like the idea that Dracula has shrines to CDs in his game. It's inherently that evil.
Yeah, I think they're in the Game Boy games too. Like, well, I know they're in the Game Boy games, but I think it might have, like, the CD, like, icon or art on it as well. I may be mistaken about that. We'll find out. All right, there's something back here that I can go to now. I forget where it is though. I've been playing this game for like less than an hour, and I already forget where things are. God damn. About what now?
Like you and Alicia and the work you did, like together on game.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I was working in composition. Wow, I'm doing so terrible at this. I was working to make compositions, mostly as sort of like a second set of eyes for the main composer at the time, who I don't know if she's still working with y'all, but I know like for at least a while she wasn't either. I think Alicia would be better at like saying what the game is all about than I would, because I had a very tenuous grasp on it. I was mostly just like a musician.
Yeah, so me and Diane were working on a video game together. She was doing music stuff, I was doing programming stuff. And to be honest, I dropped out of the project a few months ago, and so I've been keeping up to date with it.
Yeah, I know Emily, my partner, who I think wrote the scenario for the game. I'm pretty sure. I know she's still working on it, obviously, because you know this is her baby. But I don't know too many details about what's been going on with it. I think like she said that she's gonna be doing some other projects to raise some funds to get this project going again, but like right now it's on hiatus. I was never really too clear on what genre the game was, because like development started for it like around when Undertale came out, so like it was kind of unclear whether it would be an RPG, like a bullet hell, or really anything that I'm familiar with.
Yeah, when I jumped out, it was looking like top-down, pixel-based, kind of elements of adventure games, like with a bit of action, sort of similar to Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about what I remember. What I do remember of it, that is. I work on so many projects and so many different things that I forget what I'm doing all the damn time.
Yo, yeah. So I said it in chat, but I think it's super important what you're doing here with raising funds for Trans Lifeline. That's such an important cause.
Thank you. Yeah, I definitely think so too. Otherwise I wouldn't be streaming for 24 hours, because, you know, this is a pretty big undertaking for me. I actually donated a little bit myself just to make sure that everything was working. So that's the anonymous $5 donation that, if you look in the donation history, you'll see at the very beginning, like 4 or 5 days ago or something.
I did notice that. So I had a quick question about that, actually. Is there a way to donate with PayPal? I noticed you care and the direct link look like just credit cards.
Yeah, I don't know that there's a way to donate directly with a credit card. You might be able to do it. I know you can do it via Square Cash, because they give you like a virtual debit card, but I don't know about PayPal. If they don't offer PayPal on the Trans Lifeline site or the UCaring site, then I don't believe there's a way to do it. Mostly because I think PayPal incurs like a lot of fees, like a disproportionate amount of fees for fundraising stuff than either UCaring or the system that Trans Lifeline uses. I think they use WePay. Like UCaring works off of user donations, and I think WePay takes like a small cut of the donation. But PayPal takes like a fairly large chunk, because like that's how they make their business.
That makes a lot of sense. Proto is saying that the game audio and other voices are quiet.
Alright, hang on, let me fix that.
It's either me or Alicia, like kind of quiet on your end.
Alright, I just turned the game volume up a bit in OBS, so that should do it. I hope. Still the first hour, still time to like get some of the kinks sorted out.
Is my voice a bit low or something?
It is a little bit low, yeah.
I will raise it a bit, I think, or try to.
Yeah, it's not a marathon unless there's at least a few technical difficulties.
Yeah, like I was gonna do like a test stream, but like the thing is, there's not really so much that you can carry over with test streams. Like, you know, mic levels and stuff. Those don't always like carry over because microphone positioning is like kind of a precise art. Like it's a mix of art and science.
Legit.
I would more call it black magic.
Yeah, I guess black magic works. I feel like there's a secret down here. I need to equip a sword to get at it, though. Or maybe I can use... Well, it's not going the right ways to do that, so let's just try the sword.
Is this better?
Yes! There we go.
Hi!
Hello! Again!
I am an internet person. Welcome to the internet.
Alright, I am not going to go in there because I'm not going to demonstrate, but since Alucard is a vampire, he can't go over bodies of water without, you know, getting hurt. So that just constant...
Did we call him like Ellie card?
Alucard.
Could we call him Ellie card instead?
I mean, we could call him Alucard. Oh, it's boss time. Actually, you know what? I'm going to keep this Gladius. Just because I like the range of it a little bit better for this joke of a boss right now. Alright, that's the boss.
With stream delay, you're only just starting to fight the boss. Nicely done.
Same here. So basically you finished before you started.
Yeah, I didn't turn on low delay for this stream because, like, you know, that's more network load that, like, I don't necessarily need to be incurring right now. And no, I don't think I can cheese this boss.
So you do a lot of music stuff? Or is it specifically for video games or is it for more stuff?
I normally just do music stuff in general, but, like, you know, I've done soundtrack work before. Like, I did soundtrack work for a friend's student film in college. You know, nothing amazing or what have you, but, you know, it was still a film that, like, I did some music for.
Have you been doing music for a long time?
Oh gosh, since I was 16, and I'm 27 now, so, like, yeah, about 11 years.
Yeah, that's awesome. And Diane makes some pretty cool music for sure.
I do try. If you're interested at all, I mean, I guess there's nothing wrong with plugging myself on my own stream. My music is up on leadpaint.bandcamp.com.
Yeah, you know, if you could, do you post a link in the Discord or something?
I don't have a link in the description because, like, you know, normally I'm not about, like, plugging myself like that.
It's okay.
Not on my streams anyway. Like, I'll do that on Twitter or something, but I am not doing too hot here. Okay, let's not die here.
Good job, Alicia.
Rip.
There we go.
Oh, cool, I will absolutely check it out.
Oh wait, you know what? I can just... There we go. I think this boss gives out health. Nope, I'd be wrong in thinking that. At least the snakes, anyway.
Thanks, Alicia.
Ooh. Oh yeah, I guess I should post it myself because I set Moobot to put no links allowed in it.
Yeah, that's pretty logical choice for sure.
There we go. And yeah, this is a cute boss. It is a pity that we can't see all of her. Yeah, and let's equip a shiitake mushroom.
I mean, basically, you can't trust snakes. I speedrun Diablo 2 and you really can't trust the snake there.
Oh, well, I guess I'm cheesing this now. Yeah, there's a way to get behind her, and like none of her attacks can hit you if you do that. Didn't really matter because she was almost dead anyway, but still.
Oh, nice.
Sick damage boost.
Oh. There we go. Alright, and now the water should be drained, so that's another boss down, and we can go back. Yes, the cheese is indeed delicious.
So, I noticed a lot of the enemies carry over into later games.
Yeah, they've been using like the same enemies for a long time. Like the Spear Knights that we were seeing earlier. I don't remember where they made their appearance. I think it was Rondo of Blood. But
Do you know... Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, it's okay.
Do you know if anything else carries over? Like, for instance, the layout of the castle?
The layout of the castle always changes. At least I'm reasonably certain it does. They talk about that a little bit in this game. I don't know if they did already. It's in a cutscene. They talk about it very briefly, saying like, "Oh, this castle is different than I remembered. Yeah, this castle is a creature of chaos."
Gotta love those one-line dialogue plot hole covers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so let's keep killing things. Draken, let's see, jerk. Okay, let's go on. Let's move on.
Did I equip the shield again? I feel like I didn't. Nope, I didn't.
I mean, why waste time, precious time on exposition when there are things to kill and levels to gain?
Sorry?
No, never mind.
Okay.
At least I can testify on the fact that I say a lot of things that aren't really worth listening to.
Nah, the things you say are worth listening to. Let's drown these fuckers. There we go. My hearing just isn't all that good.
Is it because of the music stuff over all the years?
No, it's not really the music. I just have like, I think genetic hearing loss or something. Because like, I've had it since I was a kid.
That's a bit about it. I guess you kind of get used to it. And
Yeah.
I will try to speak more clearly. My accent probably doesn't make things easier.
Yeah, I do have trouble understanding non-American accents. Like, I have trouble understanding, like, even accents from the United Kingdom. Like, any given one. So, like, I'm mostly just used to the accents I heard growing up, which is, like, Northeast United States.
Frodo was asking why the enemies caught on fire when you drown them.
I have literally no idea. Whoa, oh, the game froze for a second there. Oh, that was terrifying.
Like, why would they not have a lake of gasoline underneath the castle? Makes perfect sense.
Right? Alright, I think there's like a boat around here or something. I know there's some secret somewhere. And there's like an artifact that you can get to, Oh, here we go.
I'll take you to a place which might be interesting for you.
Thank you, Ferryman. There's an artifact that you can get that allows you to, like, breathe underwater. Or just exist in water without dying.
Always a nice thing to have. You were saying that this game doesn't have the whip controls like some of the earlier ones?
Oh yeah, no, you don't have a whip in this game at all. I mean, you do in the New Game Plus mode, where you play as Richter Belmont. But, that is not the thing that allows me to walk in water, by the way. But yeah, you have a sword, so, like, you can't, like, make your sword go all wobbly or whatever. Like, it's just a sword.
To be honest, that's probably my least favorite part of Castlevania games, so I'm pretty glad.
Wobbly swords.
Wobbly swords.
Yeah. Whoops. I did not mean to use, like, 8 holy waters at once there, but whatever. Oh, God! Whew, thank goodness that was a short walk. That was a little bit terrifying.
Is this your the streaming account, by the way?
Sorry, say, what?
Is this your main streaming account?
I normally stream on either Hitbox or Beamed Out Pro, but I'm on Twitch today because like it's just got such a larger viewer base than either of those. And you know, since I'm trying to raise money, I want to get as many viewers as I can.
Have you considered using, or do you multi-stream?
I have, but like I didn't really have enough time to get that set up before the stream time came.
Legit. Yeah, I didn't even realize that you streamed at all. I would definitely check you out more.
Yeah, very occasionally, like maybe once every couple of months, because like, you know, I've just got so much stuff going on. Like these days, I'm designing guitar pedals and like building schematics and stuff for them, and that just
Yeah,
it just takes up
cool.
That is really cool.
It just takes up so much of my time though, because like a lot of it's real like technical stuff, and like there's a lot of prototyping and like just building things, and it's just so tiring. I finally got like a working prototype going for a pedal that I'm gonna be marketing at some point soon-ish.
Are you doing like custom work for like commission stuff?
Yeah, actually, I did a custom work for my partner Andromeda, who some people may know a little bit better as Harkin.
Like the band Andromeda?
Well, I mean, like that's her name. Like,
Ah, okay.
so she might be using that in her work at some point. I did finish that design fairly recently, so something might be going on with that.
That's really good. So you do like electrical engineering stuff as well?
Yeah, I guess you could call it that. Let's refresh the fundraiser one more time and double check the... Yep, okay, let's add Rachel to the guest so she can get in the Discord chat if and when she wants to. Come on. Whoop. Accidentally hit back where I wasn't supposed to. Okay, there we go. Anyway, what was I saying? I already forget.
I think you were talking about guitar pedals and building electronics.
Right, yeah. But yeah, that just takes up like so much time and effort that like I often don't have the energy to stream. Especially since like, you know, I have this whole setup, like I don't have a USB mic, I have a USB audio interface that I plugged like a real expensive microphone into. And then like on top of that, like I have real high standards for how my stream looks, so like I gotta set up the chat in stream and like have all this different stuff going on, and it's just like a huge headache that I don't always feel is worth it. But I'm gonna be trying to do it more often since I'm saving up for medical expenses fairly soon, like within the next year or so.
Are you, if it's too personal to talk about, that's perfectly fine, just, you know, say no, but, Are you like medical expense? Do you mean stuff like HIV? Are you talking about like other medical stuff?
I'm talking about other medical stuff. Like, I've got a host of health stuff going on that, like, I need constant blood tests and stuff for, and it's just a nightmare and a lot of money that I don't always have.
Yeah, to make this political or anything, but yeah, privatized healthcare is the worst. I guess I'm very lucky to live in Sweden, and we have universal healthcare here, and that certainly makes things a lot easier.
Yeah, a lot of countries do have universal healthcare. It's not perfect in all of them, obviously. Like, for instance, in Canada, you have to pay for your prescriptions, and there's, like, no insurance for that, so, like, you wind up paying full price. So, like, I know some people in Canada who are on just hormone replacement therapy, just, like, a very simple regimen of, like, spironolactone and estradiol or testosterone injections, and it runs them, like, $100 a month.
Yep, that's me.
Do you still pay that much, Felicia?
It's a little bit less. It's like, I think it's like 150 every 3 months.
That's still a lot of money.
Yeah, it is
I'm pretty fortunate to again live in Sweden, where I get all of it like I get all of it paid for me, like all of the medication and stuff like speech therapy
So,
and
we
hair
meet
removal
again,
and
Alucard.
eventually SRS when I do
It
go through
seems
it,
so.
like all of that. I get
As
paid
friendly
for me,
as ever, I
but
see.
you know, we also
It's
have higher
strange.
taxes and stuff.
This castle is
You know,
different than
primarily,
I
but
remember it.
that's politics, and politics are never.
This
are,
castle is
like,
a creature
politics
of
shouldn't be
chaos.
discussed on streets.
It may take many incarnations.
So I
But
can't
yeah, it's
trust my
it's
memories,
actually
huh?
this
Oh
is pretty
well,
awesome.
I'll do my best.
To not have to
Good
worry
luck.
about the economics of it, because yeah, it gets expensive.
Yeah, it does get real expensive real fast. There we go. That was the cutscene that explains, like, oh, here's why this castle's different than you remember. Although this is the first Igavania, so, like, this is the first one where you can explore all the castle freely, as opposed to just, like, you know, going through it stage by stage. With the exception of Castlevania 3, I think they did some, like, branching paths. I never played that one, so I can't say for certain exactly how that worked, but I do know that, like, it was radically different in 3 than it was in 1 or 2.
Is 3 Simon's Quest?
2 is Simon's Quest. 3 is Dracula's Curse, I believe.
Is that also on NES?
Yes, Super Castlevania 4 was the first one for SNES. And I think Dracula X was on SNES too, as like sort of a port of Rondo of Blood, which was on the PC Engine TurboGrafx.
Isn't kind of unrelated, but isn't like the Round of Blood one of those really expensive games, like collector's items?
Yeah, I think so. Mostly because like the TurboGrafx or PC Engine, whatever you want to call it, was made by Hudson Soft, and it didn't do so hot. So like, not a lot of copies of any given games were made. But like, this was I'm pretty sure it was a PC Engine exclusive. I could be wrong about that, but like, that was the primary platform that it was like advertised for. And we are just gonna skip right past this.
You're totally welcome to join the chat. The more the merrier.
Yes, 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 yes. I have added everyone in the Discord channel to the group that can come and go into the the talky bits as they please. Alright, I need to get my windows up on top again.
I will be back in a minute.
Mm-hmm. I might need to step away myself, get some water, and use the washroom. Just because I did have a big old cup of coffee before getting started here. Ooh, pardon me.
This boss looks so cool.
Oh yeah, that's not a boss, that's just a regular enemy.
That's just a regular enemy?
That's just a regular enemy.
Oh, Oh, so I noticed, I don't think I've seen you equipped a different weapon. Is just the default one your favorite?
Oh yeah, I actually have equipped different weapons. Like the default one that you get taken away from you in the first few minutes, so like, I've been upgrading a bunch of different swords since I got in here. Oh, also I got a shield. That's slightly better. Whoop. Yeah, this is a little Easter egg. There's not really any point to this room other than like sitting down and seeing ghosts come in. And one of them gives you an item that I don't think you can get anywhere else. Nothing amazing, just like a healing item.
Nice. Yeah, I remember there's a lot of kind of pointless Easter eggs in some of the later games too. Like Dawn of Sorrow's got that random keyboard room that you can just jump on the keys.
Yeah. Oh, this guy attacks me, I think, or maybe he doesn't. I don't remember. Yeah, let's just do this for posterity.
Alright, I'm back.
Yep, he just
Welcome
attacks. Well, I know that there's some way to get a drop in that room. I think it's like grapes or something. It's either grapes or grape juice. Something grape related.
Oh yeah, Alicia. Do we get a Kira cameo?
My kitty cat Kira is very cute. Right now, I put out some birdseed, and the birds are all on my balcony, and she's turned into a statue watching them.
Oh my gosh. Now, you named your cat Kira. After what?
I actually adopted her,
Oh, okay.
so she had that name when I got her.
That's cute.
And it's the endless debate. Well, actually, not much of a debate, but whether it's 1 R or 2. I say Kira with 2 R's, but according to Alicia, it's 1 R. But I don't know.
I mean the like anglicized version of Kira, has 2 R's, but like the Japanese one has 1.
Oh, so it's Japanese.
I don't know if it's like one of those names that like just happened to be coincidentally happened upon by 2 different languages independently of each other, but I know that at least one instance of Kira is Japanese. The one with 1 R.
Do you know whether that is the like origin of Alicia?
Oh, I have no idea.
All I know is that there's a character in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure named Kira.
Oh, nice. Anything I should know?
Well, it's kind of one of those, I guess it's like a pun of a name because like he's a serial killer.
Oh, I see.
So
that
he's,
seems apt, I guess.
yeah, his name is literally Killer. Well, I mean, not in, it'd be weird if the name for like serial killer in Japanese was itself Kira, but like, you know, if you anglicize it, Kira, Killa, Killer.
That makes sense. I think it's like that in Death Note too, right?
Yeah, I think so as well. I completely forgot that Death Note existed for a minute, and my life was happy.
I know nothing about anime.
Okay, I literally just went to that one.
Actually, I know that Cowboy Bebop is amazing, but other than that, I know nothing about anime, except that it's insane.
Oh my gosh, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is just like the quintessential example of insanity in anime.
I've heard about it, and I've heard that pretty much all the characters are based on famous musicians in a way, like the names and stuff, and I love that fact.
Yes, yes, and like they can't always get the licensing for it, for like the English releases, so like they do like plays off of the name, like there's a character whose stand is named Bad Company, but they couldn't get that for the English version, so they just named it Worse Company.
Perfect.
Nice. That is perfect. Yeah, they nailed that one.
Oh god. Oh, why is my game freezing every now and again? It's terrifying every time that happens.
Do you have save state backups
No.
in case it crashes?
I don't, but I probably should. I just have the regular old save game, saves. Just because, like, I don't want to cheese this too much.
That's legit, yeah.
I don't know, I like cheese.
Alright, I got the goggles. Increase my intelligence by 5. And
Oh man,
I think...
could use that.
Well, not by 5, but rather by 4, because I was wearing the sunglasses indoors, which decreases your intelligence by 1.
Perfect. Yeah, again, that sounds about right. Man, this game is like holding up a mirror to society.
Oh my gosh, you don't even know the half of it. Oh gosh, you know what, I might have enough MP to do Soul Steel now. Let's see if I remember the button combination for that.
That's right. Oh, that's right, that's right, easy.
Nah, it's not the Konami code. Yeah, I just did the Konami code there.
Nice.
I think.
That's kind of one thing though. Like I'm kind of like I'm even like a game design student, and like adding things like the Konami code to games that have nothing to do like where it doesn't make sense to Konami code. That's kind of the like details that I like to put into my game designs, because it's just fun little details to give the game personality.
Yeah, for sure. I think I'm doing the... Do I have enough MP? I don't think I do, actually. I think you need, like, something like 90 MP to do, Soul Steel, and I do not have that. I have 83.
Yeah, I was taking a look at the kind of the status bar in the top left, and I thought it was a little bit confusing because you've got a bar for your mana, but then you've got hearts showing your items, and then your HP is just like a number. Yeah,
they changed that in the later Castlevanias, starting with, I think, Aria of Sorrow, where you had both magic and, well, actually, no, you didn't have sub-weapons in Aria of Sorrow. Like, your magic was your sub-weapon.
I want to say that's right, yeah.
But in Dawn of Sorrow, I know for a fact that you had both magic and sub-weapons, at least in Julius mode, and they did use, like, the MP bar for both of those.
One, like, kind of related question, but I don't know where it started. Did it start with? I don't know, like, with a lot of Castlevania games for a while, they had, like, musical terms in the name. Like Aria of Sorrow,
Rondo of Blood.
Yeah, but what is a rondo?
It's a dance. I believe it's Turkish. And I need to use the washroom. I will be right back.
Right. So, Alicia, it's up to us to entertain the stream.
So it is. What do you say we do?
We can sing a song.
Perhaps a rondo?
Oh yeah, let's dance.
Maybe we should give a shout out to the charity.
Yeah.
So Diane's doing a fundraiser for the Trans Lifeline, which is a super important resource for trans people.
What exactly is it that they do?
I've never used it myself, but I believe it's a hotline for trans people to call if they are feeling depressed or suicidal, or just in need of somebody to talk to.
That is super important, because, like, to talk, like, real for a moment, like, I believe that transgender people, like, is the group with the highest rate of suicides, and that is a huge issue. So